hot late summer afternoon here in the South Bay as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one in the NFC, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now Jones. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Cards will take over first and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Play fake. Murray. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Murray going to throw. Forced out to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
On play action, it's Murray. Completes this to Elijah Higgins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness. Screen pass to Connor.
And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Throwing, Jones. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's Jones off the play fake. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot him at the 49. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. A good pickup there at 22.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Back back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Second and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Touchdown 49ers. Kendrick Bourne from 10 yards out. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Second and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Now a toss. This is Connor. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Throwing now is Murray. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They give it off here to the tight end. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Murray. And Jones has it over the middle. And the Cardinals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Connor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter. He's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
49ers 7.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
That's good for A.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off-play action, Jones. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete to Pearson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
By Baron Browning.
Baron Browning.
A loss of 5.
In there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
At the 30-yard
He was
line.
still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones, a little juke, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, 30 yards. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A beautiful fake. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to counter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Murray now. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
To throw is Murray. And some room to run now. Now he's free at the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the 1st. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On 1st and 10 is counter. To about the 26 here.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Now Murray. Caught by Wilson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's his 1st catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Murray again. This is Connor. Able to slip. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Toss play, counter. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Murray now to throw. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 19 yards away. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
49ers 14.
So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. Gets past one man. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
At their own 24-yard
They'll look for a
line.
drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Jones throwing to start the drive. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball off his hands a lot quicker.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Now Murray off play action. Buying time to his left. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They run behind center with Connor. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Is 3rd down.
3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This is Jennings. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, what a move. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 11-yard line.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now a second and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
And 1.
Third down and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And able to get this out to the 25. Well, the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Murray. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
At the 34-yard line.
A final shot before half from Murray. Jones hit and the ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, he's going to go for it all. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown,
Marvin
Arizona.
Harrison Jr., 56 yards. And the Cardinals are able to widen their advantage. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads into bigger errors.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Jennings. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards there for number 15.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. McCaffrey on the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line. A big third down play there for the Niners. 44 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 58 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. The drive will start with Connor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate, and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 45 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are able to stretch out their lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
25.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
This is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. 15 yards there for number 15.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 70 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, hold before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And that's going to be incomplete. 2 times.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
For the field goal, a 45-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Got a man here, it's Wilson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. This is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got it at the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 47 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Murray now running left off the option. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Screen pass to Connor. And here he'll get it down to the 7th. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So on is the kicker, Chad Ryland, in a big spot. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Looking to put a drive together. Jones now throwing to start the drive. Jennings was the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Will Johnson there on the coverage.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This complete right side to the tight end Farrell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
9 yards on the play and a 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
That's caught out right by Jennings. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. He's got the 1st down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now an option play on 2nd down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Cardinals 38, 49ers 35.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cardinal offense takes back over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start by running the option to the right. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. 52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 37. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Murray now to throw. Flush to his right. Past the 20. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a home. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Let's give him the credit he deserves because he can really do no wrong. It's got to be demoralizing for a defense to have someone who can cut up your secondary all game long with his arm and then rip off a huge gain like this with his legs. A championship effort from that man under center.
Wilson snags it left side. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down. To throw, it's Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Michael Williams gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Looking to throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 112 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating his tackle, tight end, wide receiver on that side. They gave him access to the corner and allowed him to build up that head of steam.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
5-yard gain on the play. That's another 49er first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Second down, goal to go. Now Jones. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Luke Farrell from 4 yards out. And the 49ers are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it is good. So they take the lead, and now the pressure falls on their defense to try and hold on.
Cardinals 41.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 1. 90 seconds remaining. They've surrendered to double themselves late as they come up on first down. To throw is Murray. His throw incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Back to throw. Murray. He's got McBride, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Murray to throw. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And the Cardinal first down.
Now Murray. Pass complete there to Harrison.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
49-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. They'll look to throw. That's pulled in by Wilson. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
First down, Arizona.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. He's back to throw. That's complete to McBride. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
Complete.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout.
A 7-yard pickup.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up now on second down. Murray giving to Connor on the option. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Full roar here in Santa Clara. This is third down. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown, as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Gets around him. And able to get this out to the 25. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple. Well, I'm no coach, but there's just not time right now for throws that short.
Yeah, sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. As Coach Madden liked to say, sometimes you have to take what you want.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.